How's it going? This is the U5 wireless lavalier microphone system from Xvive, who sent me this for free to check out so you can hear what it sounds like. This is the raw sound quality out of the box with no post-processing whatsoever for this entire video. Except for now, this is what it sounds like if you apply your own effects rack. If you're willing to and capable of doing the work in post, you can clean up the signal on this and get a beautiful sounding shot. This is a very simple, stripped down kit, especially for beginners who are wanting to maybe dip their toe into more professional sounding audio. I will be recording this video into a Tascam DR10L Pro at 32-bit float so that the noise you're hearing is coming from the Xvive and not my camera's preamps. Most cameras have very noisy preamps, and even a lot of audio interfaces do as well. So you may end up with more or less noise than what you hear in this video. It's just going to depend on what you have this plugged into. It is what it is. There is a little bit of noise. It's nothing you can't very easily get rid of in post. Here's what the noise sounds like. And this is a range test. I believe I'm at about max range. You do want to make sure that you have a clear, unbroken line of sight between the transmitter and the receiver, or else you will be getting some cutouts. So this specific kit that I have is called the U5T2. It comes with 2 wireless transmitters and 1 wireless receiver, as well as 1 wired lapel mic for each transmitter. So you get 2 wired lapel mics to plug into these. Generously long cables, makes it very easy to run through clothing. They're nice and tiny, low profile, easy to hide, get out of the shot if you want. Of course, they have a belt clip. Here's the specs. There's kind of a lot to go over here, so enjoy. Here's the specs for the receiver, for the transmitters, and for the LV1 lapel mics. Nerd. This is a very well-rounded kit that comes with basically everything you need. You get a TRS cable, charging cable. Keep in mind, these do use micro USB to charge, not USB-C. There is no charging case for these, but it does come with a little carry bag. That's fine. Honestly, I kind of just like keeping mine in the box since it has all this foam padding. That's what I typically do. Battery life is great. They come with separate heavy-duty batteries that you do have to install. Battery life is really good. I'm able to film all day long, and I usually only lose about 1 or 2 bars of battery on these. I kind of wish it came with like 5 or 6 of these. I think that would be awesome. Hey Xvive, can you sell these separately? Because I would buy like 10 more if I could. As far as live monitoring goes, it is not an option on the transmitters, and on the receiver, you only have 1 output jack. So you do have to unplug your output, plug in your headphones, check your levels, unplug your headphones, and plug it back into your camera. Both the transmitters and the receiver have all of the onboard controls that I would really want. On the TX units, you get 4 different controls. You have a mute button, easy enough, volume controls, a channel selection. You can only have 2 of these transmitters going to a single receiver. However, you can choose between 6 different channels. Here's a list of the frequencies that each channel operates on. This is helpful in case you are experiencing interference. It's just a nice touch. They didn't have to include that, but they did. And then there's the mic line button. This is probably the most important setting on this system. You definitely want to make sure that you have this pressed when you have a lav mic plugged in, which there's almost no situation where that won't be the case. On the receiver, you get basically the same controls. You can individually swap channels. You get a gain control wheel for each channel, a mono and stereo switch. If you're only using 1 mic, keep it on mono. If you are using both mics, switch it to stereo. That is going to make sure that each transmitter is recording onto the left and right channel respectively. And then finally, there's a mute button. Here's my preferred settings. Starting with your camera, you need to go into your camera's settings and lower your audio gain far as it can possibly go. It should be probably around -24 for most cameras. You also need to make sure that you have auto gain control turned off if that setting is available on your camera. That's gonna cause all kinds of issues. I've tested this system on my Panasonic Lumix FZ300, my Panasonic X2000, and my VX2M, and I got the same results on all 3 cameras. The transmitter, you want to have the mic line input button turned on. You want that to be blue. So this is extremely important. These mics are incredibly sensitive. You have to turn the volume on the receiver down to its lowest possible amount, which is -54. And then on the transmitter, you should make sure that you have the mic line button pressed. So you want to have that blue light toggled on. That, generally speaking, gets you the best possible sound quality out of the system with most recorders and cameras that I've tried. On the receiver, I have found that turning the volume all the way down to -54 is just the way to go. These things just deliver so much gain out of the box that you really do need to dial it in for your specific camera. So yeah, this is nice. Xvive came out of nowhere. I have never heard of them before. They came out of nowhere and wanted me to check this out, let you all know what it sounds like. I'm pleasantly surprised. This is a very decent entry-level kit that honestly I think is pretty worth it. Good stuff. Definitely worth checking out. If you want to pick this up for yourself, I have an affiliate link in the description, or you can check out my other videos if this is not the one you want. I also post my original music to this channel and a bunch of other random stuff too, so like, subscribe, and comment, and see ya!